Hello, my lovely collective. Wendy Joy. I wanted to talk a little bit about the healing process. See, because there's so many different sides of healing. You've got your physical healing, your mental healing, your emotional healing, and your spiritual healing. Kind of makes us a complete package, right? And when I began my journey of healing, I had already started healing my mind, right? I had already started processing, where I was and what was going on and contemplating how I was going to get out of it, what direction I was going to go, what steps I was going to take. And in the middle of all of that mental fog being unlifted, right? I found myself losing things in my life. Oh, my nose. It's the divine. I found myself losing things in my life. So the job I thought I was going to retire at, I lost under horrific circumstances, actually. You know, people that were hired after me, that had a higher position than me, were intimidated by me and my abilities and what I could bring to the table. And in order to suppress or to keep me lower than them, in their eyes, they created false narratives. And those false narratives carried weight because it was spoken. And because it was spoken, it was put out there. And because there was a group of individuals that worked together in order to portray me in one certain way, even though when push came to shove, everybody knew that I wasn't at all responsible for the allegations that were presented toward me. But the mere fact that they allowed their inner knowing to be, tamped down by agreeing to, the possibility that, good people can change into bad people overnight. Whatever. I don't believe that. And they didn't believe that either. So at the end of the day, I left that job. I wasn't removed from it. Everything was, seen in the clarity in which it actually happened. And, unfortunately, the same people that were intimidated by me, they weren't rewarded or reprimanded. They were just left, which, didn't settle well with me because it was like you were ready to crucify me, but you're going to let someone else be set free. Okay. Well, if that's how, you guys are going to be, then I can't work here anymore because I don't believe in that. So I left that job and I went to another job. And then the same thing happened. Well, yes and no, okay? So the second job said to me, "You're not holding up your end of the deal. You're not going fast enough. You're not walking through the store." Because I had a job at Walmart, right? They hire everybody. I figured that they would hire me, knowing that I was compromised, because this is all after I became compromised and was losing my functions one after the other. So although I started to clear up my brain, my body was still decaying, and my emotional side was it was beat up. We'll just say it was beat up. But my spiritual side was always very strong, and that carried me through all of darkness in my life, and I'm very grateful for that. But when I lost my job at Walmart, right, for not being able to move fast enough, I couldn't walk. Kind of makes it a little bit hard to move fast, you know. But I did the best that I could, and I always put my best foot forward. And I always came with a smile, even if I was all torn up inside. because it wasn't other people's, they shouldn't receive anything negative from me because of the situation that, I was involved with. It wasn't them. They deserve to have positivity. And that's what I continued to do my entire life, whether I was affected with adversity or not. I always made sure that everybody around me knew that they were valued, that they were welcomed, and that they were needed at the table, right? Everybody has a place to sit at my table when you're walking on the right side of the road. If you're walking on the wrong side of the road, I'll still prepare a table for you, but you can't eat with me. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like silly about that, but my vibration is extremely important to me. And if your vibration or their vibration isn't as high to them as mine is to me, then we're on two different levels. And when you're on two different levels, it's like having, you're up here and they're down here and you're looking down and, you get head rush. And when you're down here and they're up there, you're looking up and you get neck ache. So the best thing to do is to put your hand up and be lifted, right? Let the person above you lift you, But whatever. I did that. I absolutely did that. And when I was in the right position, after I lost both my jobs and I had absolutely nothing to my name except thousands of dollars of debt, right? That's when my guardian angel unlocked the biggest door for me. And that was, financial freedom, to get well, to focus on me, to exclude me from the rest of society, because while I was physically healing, fixing my brain, my emotional heart, and reinforcing my spiritual being, I needed to be separated from everyone because I couldn't focus on me completely if other people were presenting issues or dilemma and that they expected me to fix it. And at the beginning of my journey, I did do everything that I could to fix everybody's issues, even while I was struggling. I took away from me in order to give to other people because I thought that was the right thing to do. And only now do I know that although it was the right thing to do, you don't ever really turn your back on someone who needs to eat or they need shelter or, whatever the situation is that they're finding, an issue fulfilling. I know what that feels like. I've lived not eating. I've lived not having a place to sleep. I've lived not having anything to my name. I lived knowing that I had so much responsibility that I was carting with me that, I couldn't continue to stay on one particular road because I had a congregation of people behind me that expected me to take care of them. And I had to make sure that I was able to do that. And with my awakening and my understanding of awareness, right? Now I realize that the best way that I can help anyone to truly, truly help them is to help myself first. So I willingly went into refuge. I willingly walked away from everything and everyone. I mean, I disconnected the television. There is no TV here. I have no telephone other than the cell phone. I don't have parties. People don't come over. Nobody really had ever reached out in the past anyway. So it wasn't like I was leaving anybody out in the cold, which gave me a better feeling inside to be able to focus more on me. And I'm so very glad I did. And after focusing on me and getting my life back on track, I'm now in a better position to help everybody else get their life back on track. Everybody's life isn't going to be perfect and easy sailing, right? Because what fun is that? I'm trying to be silly. But what I do know is that I am promoting myself every single day. And I am showing through experience and insights, wisdom, knowledge, guidance, intuitively led to me by the divine, by my spirit team, so that I could share it with you. And that's within everything that I'm doing. My YouTube channel, the book that I wrote, and I'm very happy to say I made $8. Amazon is the first platform to sell my book, and Amazon's platform is pretty greedy. So they like to get 80% right off the bat. Okay. But you know what I'm grateful for? $8. Because $8 is going to be double and triple and quadruple, and before you know it, it's going to be $8,000. And it's going to give me enough money to publish my next book and still be able to focus on me and help you and not have to worry about the matrix and the limited perceptions that the matrix offers, because I've broken free and I am here to show you how to break free and pat you on the back at the same time, because I can tell you right off the bat, it is extremely it's a very mindful choice to choose positivity over negativity in every aspect of your life, in every endeavor that you do, with every step that you take, with every move that you make, because it's hard. Outside influences, they always come and they try to push you off, your game for whatever the reason. Insecurity, fear, the matrix is the biggest reason, but that all comes to suppression. So many people are easily led when they are suppressed. And what I'm offering is independent leadership. You be a leader. I'll be a leader. They'll be a leader of their own life, of their own direction, of their own motivation, of their own road, their journey. It's positively scrumptious. Maybe a bad,